So guys, with Atlanthian Part 2 hopefully coming pretty soon, we're going to be seeing many new Loomians coming as well. We have actually seen some Loomians that we might be seeing in future updates like Polypi and Somata and possibly even Moldecca. And it made me think, since trying to find gleaming versions of like every Loomian is one of the biggest forms of replayability in this game, it made me wonder what the gleaming forms of these unreleased Loomians are going to look like. So what I decided to do is that I made alpha and gamma forms for every unreleased Loomian we have seen in this game. I even made some extra colors suggested by you guys. So if you guys are excited, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into these recolored Loomians. First, let's start with Mouldecca. I'm not too sure if we are going to be getting Moldecca in part 2. We might get him later on, but he is an unreleased Loomian nonetheless. And here's what an alpha form could look like. I gave him more purple skin with like magenta spikes that were around his body, as well as his headpiece I gave magenta as well. And for the gamma, I made completely black with golden spikes all around its body. I think we can all agree of having black recolors of Loomian is probably the best way to go with a lot of Loomians in this game. It just looks so cool. This was actually suggested by two strangers over on Twitter. They sort of resemble Kyogre's Shiny and Primal Shiny from the Pokemon game. Since Moldecca and Kyogre do have some similarities, and I would not complain if you saw these recolors in the game. I also gave 3 extra recolors of what Moldecca could look like. First, I changed Moldecca into a solid white with giving it blue spikes all around his body. I didn't really change the spikes, and of course they are normally blue. This is suggested by Walrus over on Twitter to give it more of Lugia's colors from Pokemon, like its normal colors. And I also tried changing Moldecca to red and yellow as well, so please let me know, out of all these forms, what are your favorites? Please let me know. But now let's get into more of the standard unreleased Loomians we see in this game, starting off with Polypi and Jellusa. We saw these Loomians in the Lotusan Beach and in the Atlanthean Battle Theater, and are probably going to be pretty common in the Aranatta Trench. For their alpha, I slightly changed their colors from pink to purple, because, you know, subtle alphas actually don't look too bad in my opinion. I did try a more subtle alpha with another Loomian line we'll be seeing later on, but changing it from pink to purple is definitely a very nice change. It might actually look cooler than the pink that we see normally. But for the game, I changed their pink to yellow, which I actually thought was pretty interesting, as well as changing the colors of the shell and leaf that's on Jellusa's head to green and blue respectively. That was more of a huge change than anything instead of a conscious decision. The reason why I picked these colors is that purple and yellow are actually colors that jellyfish can naturally have in the wild, in the real world. So I thought it would be fitting to give them more natural colors that we can see from jellyfish. I did give it one extra recolor that was suggested by Flying Alex to make him more of a black, which honestly, this looks really cool. I doubt we'll be seeing a black reskin of Polypi and Jellusa. I mean, I wouldn't complain if we did get one, because these look pretty nice. And I also kept the color of Jellusa's leaves just so it was not completely monochrome. I didn't want to do that, but yeah, these look pretty nice. Going into the other standard unreleased Loomian is Somata and Cleone. We saw these two in the Atlanthean Battle Theater, and we also saw Somata in the Atlanthean City poster. This is the other Loomian line that I decided to give more of a subtle recolor by making it more of a lighter blue instead of their dark blue to purplish look. I think if I did a couple touch-ups to Clionae a little bit more, it could probably be a perfect alpha recolor for these two. And for the gamma, I decided to change these colors to green. I thought these looked pretty nice, especially Somata. I think that fits it really well. Similar to Jellusa, I picked these recolors because these are colors that axolotls can naturally have. And green is a little bit more of a rare color that axolotls do have, so that's why I made the gamma instead of the alpha. But I also decided to give them more of a red recolor as well to see if it looked any good. And I won't lie, this does look pretty nice. It's kind of ironic that Somata is more of an angelic Loomian that has wings and a halo, but I gave it black and red colors to sort of make the opposite of that. So we could possibly see a red and black recolor of Clionae just because it's an angelic Loomian. Next up is Starla. I doubt we are going to be seeing Starla in part 2, at least us to catch. I think Starla's going to be more of a late game to post game sort of mythical Loomian, but when we do eventually get to catch Starla, I would like its alpha to be more of this like silver aquamarine color. I think this looks perfect for Starla. I'm not gonna lie, this could be the perfect alpha. I also made the orb floating around to aquamarine as well, and even giving its eyes more of a yellow tone. That looks pretty nice. And for the gamma, I changed its whole body to purple to sort of represent the orb going around it being purple normally. But of course, I didn't want to keep the orb the same color, so I made it more of a darker purple, as well as changing its eyes to red because I thought that looks pretty nice. It would be interesting having a Starla gamma because not only would it have the wisp going around it, but also the orb flying around it too. It'll have 2 different objects flying around it. But I also tried out a black Starla as well, since we all know how good black recolors look, and I also gave it purple eyes, since black and purple do match pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. Last Loomian that we are going to be recoloring is the unnamed eel that we saw in the Aranatta Trench. Of course, we don't actually have a high quality image of this eel, so instead I'm using the HD remodel that Lucky HD ended up making. Starting off with the alpha, I changed the eel's color to red because I thought that looked pretty nice. And I don't actually know if we are going to be seeing the face get recolored, but I decided to do it anyways, giving it more of a blue. I thought it looked pretty nice. And for the gamma, I gave it more of this brown color with a red face. I know brown is not the most pleasing color to be seeing for different Loomian recolors, but I decided to do this because eels can naturally be brown in the wild. So I thought it would be fitting if it had a brown recolor to it. And again, I don't know if the vase is going to get recolored, so I did make alternate versions of these gleaming eels without giving the vase a recolor. So let me know if you guys like those more or less. And also, these recolors were suggested to be by Void Challenger because I did like his ideas. But lastly, I did give the eel a black and red recolor since this looked pretty nice. And black and red is also a pretty good combo. And I also gave the vase a similar color scheme as well. So let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, guys, those are all the Loomian recolors I ended up making. So please let me know which one of these is your favorite and if you would like to see any of these recolors in the actual game. Like Aranatta Trench Studios, if you're watching this video, I mean, you can take my ideas. I mean, I won't complain. We should be seeing a new Loomian be revealed to us this weekend at the time of making this video, and it will be coming out in part 2. So let me know if I should make alpha and gamma forms for this new Loomian when it comes out. And maybe I can make this a series in the future. Please let me know. But yeah, guys, that's about it to this video. So I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the unreleased roaming wisp pup. Here's what I think the alpha will look like, and here's what the gamma should look like. There you go. Bye.